Hello, my name is Lily, and I will be talking to you about the Dentist Portal for today. The Dentist Portal is a web app which links to your patient management software. It shows you your appointment diary utilization, financial summary, patient analysis, recall effectiveness, new and lapsed patients, UDA tracking, open cots, and debt management. For the UDAs, new lapsed patients, and debt, this is coming soon for dental users and is currently only available for those that are on Exact. Every night, the Dentist Portal is updated with the latest data from your patient management software. The Dentist Portal runs in the browser on your mobile phone or tablet device. There's no need to install the apps, and there's no data stored on your phone. Your business data is at your fingertips on the go. It can be accessed from anywhere at any time. This is a quick visual overlook of how you are performing in the practice. The high-level data to improve your revenue, to improve your patient turnover, to make sure that your patients are being seen, you're on track for your UDAs, and that your open balances are being paid. You'll be set up with a Dentist Portal user account and receive an automatic welcome email. The welcome email will contain your username and a link to create your password. Once you've completed that, you will then log in and see this page. You can see here on the upper right my name. If you click on this, it gives you the options to change your profile, to change from dark or to light mode, depending on your preference, and to log out as well. On the upper left, we have the menu bar. This gives you the areas of the dashboard if you wanted to click on each, but I will go through them individually on the dashboard here. The first section is the appointment diary. It shows you for the next working days the amount of hours that are booked and the unbooked time with a percentage of diary utilization there. It also shows you the estimated potential loss in revenue over the next 5 days. Clicking on this section will open this up in further detail and break this down over each of the days. We'll also see a bar graph here to see the booked revenue and unbooked potential. This is based on your revenue per hour worked from the previous month. To go back to the dashboard, you can click on the My Practice Cloud icon here or select the dashboard from the navigation menu. The next section is diary utilization. It shows you for the last working day and the month to date, the number of hours worked and the number of hours booked. It also shows you the year-to-date estimated lost revenue at a monetary value. Clicking on this section will then open this up into further detail so you can see your working hours performance on the hours available for the last working day, month to date, and year to date. The hours worked for the last working day, month to date, and year to date, and the unbooked hours with the estimated lost revenue for that time. Again, it will show you here your last month's average earnings per hour worked. The next section is the financial summary. It shows you for the last working day and the month to date with the year-to-date revenue achieved in green at the bottom here. Clicking on this will open that into further detail as well. So it shows you the last working day, month to date, year to date, the earnings per hour worked, and the earnings per hour available. We also see a bar graph here showing you the income. You can filter this by all, private, or NHS, depending on your preference. Going back to the dashboard, the next section is the patient analysis. So it shows you on the last working day how many patients were seen and booked and your FTA rate with the estimated revenue lost, and the same for month to date. Clicking on this section will open this up into further detail. So you can see here the patients seen and the number of FTAs for the last working day, and can toggle this to view for the month to date. We'll also show you on the lower section the number of patients that are seen versus the number that were booked, the FTA rate, the estimated revenue lost, and the number of cancelled hours as well. It will give you this in these sections. Here's the last working day performance, total number of patients booked, total FTA, total patients seen, number of cancelled hours, FTA hours, and the lost revenue, and again for the month to date summary. It will also give you information along the bottom to show you how that is then calculated. The next section is the recall effectiveness. So it shows you for the last working day, the number of recalls that were contacted and seen, and the month to date, the number of recalls that were contacted and seen. Clicking on this section will open this up into a more detailed view, and you can see here the information for the last working day, month to date, and next month, and into more detail further down the bottom. So you can see here the last working day, 1 recall was due and 1 was booked. The month to date, 6 recalls due, 6 booked, and the next month it shows you the detailed breakdown of those figures. So how many patients have become inactive, how many have been completed, how many moved on, booked, and failed. The next section from the dashboard is the new and lapsed patients. So it shows you how many patients are being seen in the current month that are new, and how many lapsed patients are due to become lapsed in the current month. Our definition of a lapsed patient is somebody that has previously attended for treatment but hasn't attended the practice for the last 2 years. It also shows you the number of active patients in total. Again, these are patients that have been actively visiting you within the practice within the last 2 years. This will not include anybody that is deemed as lapsed on our reporting. Clicking on this will open this up into more detail, and you can see your monthly trends here. So the current month, the lapsed patients for the current month, new patients for the current month, and active patients in total, and the trends. So you can see here for the current month, the previous month, and the month before that, the number of new patients, number of lapsed patients, and number of active patients in total. Going back to the dashboard, the next section is the UDA tracking. Show you to the year-end claimed and forecasted, so you can see here the target, the year-to-date claimed, and the remaining period, what is being forecasted based on your current performance. So the year-end and the month-end there as well. Clicking on this section will open this up into further detail. You can see here for the year-end claimed forecast, the target, the year-to-date that's been claimed so far, the forecast for the remaining period, and the UDAs required. Again, this is based on your current performance with UDAs. The same with month-end claimed forecast, and the UDA analysis further down to the bottom of the page here. Of course, the UDAs are only applicable to those practices in England and Wales at this time. Going back to the dashboard, the next section that we have is open cots. So the total number of open cots and without an appointment, and the outstanding value yet to be invoiced. Of course, this is dummy data, so it's showing as a 0, but clicking into this will give you further detail. So it will show you how many active treatment plans for private, how many need to be scheduled, and the monetary value that is due to be invoiced. And you can select this for NHS as well, so it will show you again the number of open cots and the number without an appointment there. The last section on the dashboard is the debt management. Again, this is dummy data, so it's showing as 0s, but this would show you your current debt, your debt that is aged between 30 and 59 days, your debt that is aged between 60 and 89 days, and the debt that is aged at 90 plus days with the total outstanding at the bottom. Clicking on this section will then bring up these numbers in more detail and will show you your trends. So if this has gone up or down over the last month. If you have access to more than one practice, the data will be separated between the practices. To change the practice, you would scroll to the bottom left here and select the practice from the list here. The clinician that I have selected is only registered for the one practice. Thank you for listening today, and if you do have any questions, please email us at support@mypracticecloud.com.